Hi everyone, I'm back again today. I wanted to take some time to show you just how easy it can be to find some weeds to eat around Sydney. Just walking out of my house, go down these stairs here, and straight away we can find a sow thistle. Nearly all thistles are edible. This is the most common one around Sydney. Just take a couple of leaves. A few more steps along the path and we can find one of these. It's a shepherd's purse. You can recognise them by their little heart-shaped fruits there. It's one of the most common weeds in the world. So here's a piece of unused land. It's covered in these nasturtiums. If you don't know, the whole plant's edible. The flowers are the most sought after, of course. But you can also eat the leaves and the seeds. So I'm going to take some leaves. And I'm also going to take a bunch of flowers. While I was picking these, I noticed something else growing underneath. This is chickweed. In my opinion, it's one of the tastiest weeds you can find. It tastes pretty much just like watercress. So there was actually quite a bit of it. So I'm going to take a bit more. This is the flower of a sow thistle, just so you know what they look like. Hello. Here's another sow thistle. You can see they've often got these white squiggly lines on the leaves. They're caused by these little guys on here. You can see there's brown scale bugs. There's just one more plant growing here I wanted to show. This one sometimes looks a bit like the chickweed from earlier, but it's actually radium weed. And you can tell that by the white sap inside, which chickweed doesn't have. You can't eat this plant, but some people reckon it might be good for medicinal purposes. Okay, that's enough. Let's go home. So we're going to start off by taking some cinnamon into a pot of hot water, as well as 1 star anise. I'm also adding 1 chopped umeboshi, or a preserved plum. When you've got these flowers, just have a look inside. Bugs like to hang out in this little part here. So after a few minutes, I'll take these out, and then we can blanch all our greens. They don't need long, only 30 to 60 seconds. Then we can shock them in some cold water. Then throw our flowers into the pot. And then add back in our spiced water. So bring that up to a boil and just let it go until the colour is totally gone from all the flowers. This is a block of jaggery. It's the only sugar I have, but you can just use regular sugar. take the flowers out. And we're adding sugar at a ratio of 1:1 with the water. Turn the heat up and let that dissolve. Just keep stirring so it doesn't burn. Once it's thickened a little bit, it should look like this. And we can add it to a ramekin and save it for later. So here's our greens. I'm going to chop them up finely. If I had a food processor, I'd use it, but I don't, so this is the best I can do. Put those aside. And we're adding some white flour. Here's the rest of our vegetable juice. I'm going to knead this dough for about half an hour, or at least until it feels firm. After that, we've got a nice ball. It's bedtime now, so I'm going to wrap that up and put it in the fridge and revisit it tomorrow. So here I've got 2 potatoes and half an apple. A couple slices of ginger and 1 egg. Here I've got some chicken soup. Looks a bit gross. 1 can of milk, or you can do half milk, half water if you like. Just going to add some white pepper, some Shaoxing wine, and a few drops of sesame oil. Also adding a couple bay leaves, and just throw the lid on. After 5 minutes, we can take this egg out, put it in some cold water, and drain off the spuds. Take out the ginger. That's the rest of our vegetable juice from yesterday. Add some butter and some milk. Bit of chopped nasturtium leaf. Butter again, milk. And here's our nasturtium jam that we made yesterday. I'm adding just a tiny bit for a bit of sweetness and flavour. I'll just put this in the oven to keep it warm now. Alright, I'm running this dough through a pasta maker. Then I'm going to make some thick noodles. Put some oil in a pan and then throw in some garlic, a bit of spring onion, and then some chopped ham. Now that it's nice and hot, I'm going to put in a bit of balsamic vinegar to lift up any burnt stuff on the pan. Then I'm going to add the nasturtium jam. Give that a good mix. Now we've got some glazed ham. And these noodles are just about ready. So strain them off. And then shock them in some cold water. This will stop them from sticking together. So we can ladle on our soup. Add the mashed potato. Glazed ham with onions. And here's our boiled egg, which I kept in some warm water. Bit of Monterey Jack cheddar cheese. Some chopped dill. Spring onions. And some nasturtium petals. Finally, one nasturtium leaf. And that's it. It's perfect for a cold spring day like today. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you try out the recipe, let me know how you go, or if you make any changes. See you next time.